back to Building with Marvin. On the last episode, you saw how we do the perk test, setting of the batter boards, and grading the land. On today's episode, you're going to see how we dig the trenches, set the rebar, and pour in the footers. So stay tuned for today's episode. All right, so the foundation contractors just for today, they're finished. They set up the batter boards on all four corners, pull the strings, so they got it level. So tomorrow they're gonna come back and dig the footer. See, they got the string set on this footer. So this particular house right here is gonna be, let me show you here. So from this corner, that corner right there, to the corner of this other house should be 50 feet 4 inches. 50 feet 4 inches here to this corner right here. Okay, so we got the batter board set on all four corners. Tomorrow the contractor will come back, set up the back porch and the front porch, set up the batter boards, and dig out the trenches. After that, he'll set the rebar. We'll call the inspector in, and then we'll be ready to pour the cement. All right, that's it for the first day. Batter boards. The site has been prepped. All right, so the foundation contractor, when we on the last video, they were setting the batter boards. Now, as you can see, they've excavated the trenches. This right here is going to be a back porch, so they haven't excavated this area yet. But this is the back of the house. Right, they've excavated the side of the house. They've got to come back tomorrow and finish off the front porch. If you see this indentation right here, this is where the front porch starts. Comes out 5 feet and it goes across 45 feet. So it'll be a pretty big front porch for the country. And this right here is the front of the house. So what they got left to do now is finish up the front porch, the back porch over there, and set the rebars. Once they set the rebars, then we'll call the inspector in for an inspection, and if it passes inspection, we'll be ready to pour the cement. But just before pouring the cement, we have to spray for termites. So right after it's sprayed for termites, after it's passed inspection, spray for termites, and we'll be ready to call the cement trucks out to pour the footing.
All right, once we get the rebar set in, that'll be the next one. That should be tomorrow. All right. We'll see y'all then.
He still got that thing back there. You see this right here high over here. They saying down here.
Okay, so at this stage, the rebar has been placed inside of the trenches. Now, if you notice, the rebar is suspended off the ground. That is done so that the concrete can go beneath the rebar. The rebar needs to be in the middle of the concrete. This is done so that the concrete will have more strength with the rebar inside of it, just in case of a shift of anything of that nature. So be sure to check with your local municipalities to make sure to see if rebar is required in your area. Most areas rebars are required, but there are some areas where rebar is not required. So make sure that you check with your local municipalities or your inspector. Your inspector has a lot of insight as to what needs to be done. Use that inspector to help you out. So let me add at this juncture, the foundation is the most important and critical stage of building a house. So let me add that if you're not sure and if you don't feel comfortable doing this stage yourself, make sure you hire this part of the house out. Make sure you search to get you a qualified contractor that can do this step for you. Because if you screw this step up, you're going to have problems throughout your whole build. If you can get this foundation square, if you can do it correctly, your build will be quite easy. So make sure, I stress, make sure you get a qualified contractor to do this for you if you're not sure you want to do it on your own.
Your contractor should know some of this stuff already, but you should want to check with your inspector to make sure that all of your specs are correct with your trenches. Now, like I stated earlier, you will have to get your trenches inspected, but you want to know exactly what the inspector is looking for so you don't have to do any double work. Now, all depends on your area. Your contractor know exactly what needs to be done in your area. That's why your contractor and your inspector need to collaborate to make sure that we only do this one time. Your inspector would know how wide your trenches should be, how deep your trenches should be. It's different in all different areas. The specs are different, but your inspector know exactly what you need in your area. So make sure your contractor and your inspector and yourself are all in conversation. You only want to do this once. You don't want to have to go back and do rework. And another good reason to get a qualified contractor, they know exactly how much water to add to the concrete. You don't want it too runny and you don't want it too thick. These guys know exactly what they're doing.
All right, good morning. I got here a little late. Look like the contractors have already started to pour we've already finished pouring the concrete. Okay, so after the rebar, the inspector came out yesterday and approved the foundation. And so the cement truck just left, and you notice, you see here, the footing has been poured.
Another important thing to note is you need to know what type of material that you're going to be using on your outside facade. Now, if you're going to use brick, your footing is done a little differently. A standard footing is 16 to 18 inches wide, but if you're going to use brick on your outside facade, it needs to be at least 24 inches wide. That gives you room to place your brick on your foundation.
Yeah, what they're doing now is smoothing it out for the bricks to be for the blocks to go down.
So at this point, they're smoothing out the foundation, they're smoothing out the footing, because you got another contractor coming in right behind him. And you want to make sure that you don't make their job hard for them to lay the blocks.
All right, so basically that's it. The footing has been poured, and like I said, I got here a little late this morning. So the cement truck has came and went, and they have poured the cement. So gotta go around and smooth some of these areas out so it won't have so many. Won't have trouble putting these blocks down. So, all right. The next time we talk, we'll be putting the blocks in. All right. Talk to you later.
Now you see here we have the block contractor getting ready to do their job, and he's setting the cornerstone. The cornerstone is the most important part in this stage of building the house.
Yeah, probably. Hey, sir, excuse me. Get outside.
You don't put a whole bunch.
If you're not comfortable doing this stage yourself, my suggestion to you is that you hire this part out, because the foundation is the most important part of the house.
Okay, so they backfilled the dirt in. Earlier you saw them loading the dirt in. So the dirt has been backfilled. And let's take a look at it. This won't be a long video. Okay, I think this is a 1380 square foot. Took about 7 loads of dirt to do this particular job. But it looked like we're gonna have some extra dirt here to build a ramp. They brought in some extra dirt. But remember, I said that the dirt has to come up to the edge of to the edge of the block here. Okay. And from the top of that block to the sand, that's going to be 4 inches. And that's going to be 4 inches of cement, concrete poured. Okay. So they got this as level as they could get it. Okay. The next step we're going to show you is the plumbing. We're going to place the plumbing in the ground, but I won't explain it to you just yet. But the next step you're going to see is the plumbing. So right now, they're finished with the backfill. Okay. Once we finish the plumbing, the block contractor will come back to finish blocking up the front. They left a little opening right there for the, if you can see this opening right here. They left this opening right here for the bobcat backhoe to get in here and spread the dirt. So once the plumbing is done, just in case, and the only reason they're leaving it open now, just in case the plumber want to use something like a little small backhoe to dig trenches to put the pipes in. But that'll be the next video. will be how to set plumbing in the ground. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Okay, so they backfilled the dirt in. Earlier you saw them loading the dirt in. So the dirt has been backfilled, and let's take a look at it. This won't be a long video. Okay, I think this is a 1380 square foot. Took about 7 loads of dirt to do this particular job. But it looks like we're gonna have some extra dirt here to build a ramp. We brought in some extra dirt. But remember, I said that the dirt has to come up to the edge of the edge of the block here. Okay. And from the top of that block to the sand, that's going to be 4 inches. And that's going to be 4 inches of cement, concrete poured. Okay. So they got this as level as they could get it. Okay. The next step we're going to show you is the plumbing. We're going to place the plumbing in the ground, but I won't explain it to you just yet. But the next step you're going to see is the plumbing. So right now, they're finished with the backfill. Okay. Once we finish the plumbing, the block contractor will come back, finish blocking up the front. They left a little opening right there for the, as you can see this opening right here. They left this opening right here for the bobcat backhoe to get in here and spread the dirt. So once the plumbing is done, just in case, and the only reason they're leaving that opening now, just in case the plumber want to use something like a little small backhoe to dig trenches to put the pipes in. But that'll be the next video. Will be how to set plumbing in the ground. All right, we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching. Join me next time. But remember to like, share, and subscribe. And get out there and build something. See you next time.